this is Satya Kadirvel from Tamil Nadu State of India. I am addressing this emergency video message to get the voice of support for justice from the Honorable President of China and Russia and Russian defense and the Honorable Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan and North Korea President and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights about the past more than 3.5 years of never-ending high-sensitive crimes being done against my family by criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and criminal Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and criminal Udayanidhi Stalin and criminal India's Home Minister Amit Shah in very blind support for these criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR number 179/2015 in very blind support of these any extreme crimes of these criminals of Nachathal murder case to achieve their end motive of property looting attempt against any of our targeted village farmland properties. And it's mainly this criminal Mukesh Ambani family who has been continuously influencing these politicians, directly influencing these politicians in support of these criminals of Nachathal murder case in doing any extreme crimes against my family to achieve their property looting motive against any of our targeted village farmland properties for the one and only reason that one of their criminals from their team named terrorist Asohan Perisami is personally very closely associated with criminal Anand Ambani from criminal Mukesh Ambani family. And now, this past more than 3.5 years of never-ending high-sensitive crimes being done against my family by these main four criminal Indian politicians have now came to a very extreme extent of using some unknown local police station officer in cruelly, wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all his investigation comments without even calling me for investigation of my own registered complaints, of almost 7 registered complaints which I have given against these criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR, which have been forwarded from the President's Secretariat and the National Grievance Complaint Registration Portal. I would like to highlight that among the big team of criminals of Nachathal murder case, it is mainly these two criminals, these two main and major criminals named criminal Sivakumar Velusamy, who is own brother-in-law of terrorist Asohan Perisamy, and main mastermind criminal named criminal Pilakal Totam Shanmugam. It's only mainly these two criminals who is arranging the 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR and other criminals in executing this property looting attempt against my family, and it's mainly these two criminals who are the main accused in the Nachathal murder crime and in all crimes done against my family. So, the very end motive behind this straightforward crime and high-sensitive crime of cruelly, wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all investigation comments without even calling me for investigation of my own registered complaints is done one and only to suppress my voice for justice during the Madras High Court case hearing when the same criminal Mulanur police station officers and criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and the involved Tripur district police department officers are planning to create and submit a cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history in the Madras High Court case hearing by cruelly manipulating the previous police investigation records of 2010 year water drainage ditch creation issue police record and 2015 murder attempt CSR number 179/2015 police record and the Nachathal murder case investigation report of both criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and criminal Mulanur police and the other involved Tripur district police departments. They want to proceed ahead in creating a very cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties during the Madras High Court case hearing, and that's why during the same case hearing they are planning to project me like a petitioner Satya is a mentally disturbed person to suppress my voice for justice in successfully executing, converting their imaginative story of land dispute history into a true story to suppress my voice for justice, and that's why they have updated in all investigation comments as the petitioner Satya is a mentally disturbed person. So in this video message, I have 3 main parts which I will be addressing. The first part is about this straightforward crime of cruelly, wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person without even calling me for investigation of my complaints, which does not give any space for justification reason that can be given by the involved unknown Mulanur police station officer. The second part of my video will cover strong evidence details to prove the very main motive behind this crime of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person. The second part of my video will cover the strong evidence details to prove the very main motive behind this crime of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all investigation comments without even calling me for investigation, where the main motive is to suppress my voice for justice during the Madras High Court case hearing, to falsely project the petitioner Satya as a mentally disturbed person during the Madras High Court case hearing. Because if you can see, this is the Madras High Court typeset. In the typeset, I have out of these 7 complaints, already 3 of my complaints are given as representation in the Madras High Court typeset. So, during the Indian court case hearings, the judge will officially ask an investigation report from the police station officers, because the respondents here are SP of police and the inspector of police. So the inspector of Mulanur police station have to give investigation report of the complaints that are given as representations in the typeset. So if you see, if the country leaders can see, for all these 3 complaints, the investigation comments is this one. All out of my 7 complaints, for the 3 of my complaints, the investigation report will be submitted like this. As per the investigation conducted by the Mulanur police station inspector, the petition, it is recorded that petitioner is a mentally disturbed person. It is recorded that the petitioner is a mentally disturbed person. Come down, Bobro. It is recorded that the petitioner is mentally disturbed person. Oh, so they have not done this without any reason. They have perfectly done this with a very strong plan to falsely project me like a mentally disturbed person during the Madras High Court case hearing. And why they have done this much extreme step and high risk of making such sensitive statement against me without even calling the petitioner for investigation? Because they could not tolerate the email which I have sent on 21st October at this time, where I have sent my family past 5 generation details, and I have sent the original property documents, scan copies and other very strong relevant records to make sure that there is no space for creating any such imaginative story of land dispute history. It is one and only after sending this email, the involved on the same day, within next 3 hours, the involved unknown Mulanur police station officer have started recording in all his investigation comments as the petitioner as mentally disturbed person. I'll be covering this part of the explanation in detail in a separate video. So this is the very main motive. And the motive behind this is to proceed ahead with the creation of a cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history planned to be submitted during the Madras High Court case hearing by cruelly manipulating the previous police investigation records of 2010 year water drainage ditch creation issue police record and 2015 year murder attempt CSR number 179/2015 police record and the Nachathal murder case police investigation report of both criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and Mulanur police station officers and Tirupur district police officers. They are all already coordinating to create such cruel, false and imaginative story of land dispute history against any of our targeted village farmland properties with a large number of false witnesses to convert this imaginative story into a true story. And in order, since I have sent a very sensitive email which became a very blockage point for these criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder criminals of CSR to proceed ahead with the creation of imaginative story in a very desperate effort of not knowing what to do, they have started wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all their investigation comments. And the third part of my video message will cover strong evidence details to prove that the Honorable DSP sir, with whom our petition is pending for investigation, is already strongly influenced by criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other involved politicians to strongly defend and to cover up the crime of the involved criminal Mulanur police station officer who have cruelly wrongly framed me as mentally disturbed person in all his investigation comments without even calling me for investigation. I have already submitted a written detailed evidence details to prove that Honorable DSP sir is already influenced, and I'll separately cover in my video message of those evidence details. So coming to the first part of my video of this straightforward crime of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person without even calling me for investigation. I'm just placing my point for the independent analysis for all addressed country leaders and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights. You can just analyze for yourself and can decide whether any police station officer who is the investigation officer or any government authority, any investigation officer, without even calling the petitioner of the complaint for investigation, can he go ahead and directly update in his investigation comments that the petitioner is a mentally disturbed person? Does it give any space for giving any kind of justification reason from the involved investigation officer for justifying that without even calling the petitioner of the complaint for investigation? He has directly went ahead and updated the investigation comments as the petitioner is a mentally disturbed person. Also, if you see in all the investigation comments, the first line of the investigation comments, it projects like the involved unknown Mulanur police station officer is projecting like he already knows me very well and he already have some kind of clear communication with me. So, if I can relate any such Mulanur police station officer who could have done this crime, it narrows down to just one and only person, which is criminal Mulanur police station sub-inspector Prithviraj. So, at this point, I would like to recall to all addressed world country leaders and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights that on 16th October 2024, I have sent a detailed email about the inappropriate behavior and inappropriate statements made by criminal Mulanur police station SI Prithviraj, and I have also registered a harassment complaint against him, which is still pending for investigation. So, on 16th October, I'll just give a short summary of the incident. So, on 16th October, myself and my mother have directly went to Mulanur police station to give our complaint against the same criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR about their illegal trespassing crime into our river water motor room and damaging of our river water motor, and their illegal trespassing crime into our other village farmland properties. And mainly, I have again reiterated in my petition that for the past 4 generations of settlement of my family in the same village until date today, there is not even a single incidence of any land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties from any individuals or government authorities. And I have also placed my strong suspicious complaint against these criminals based on their recent events, recent crimes, of my strong suspicion against these criminals if they are secretly creating any such imaginative story of land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties to achieve their property looting motive against any of our targeted village farmland properties. So this is what is my complaint. So when we went there, Mulanur police station lady inspector was not available and only the criminal SI Prithviraj was available, and he was investigating our complaint. When I submitted these details to criminal SI Prithviraj, from the start, without getting into the details of my complaint, from the start he was making unnecessary and inappropriate statements like, okay Satya, I'll just go and arrest these criminals and we'll put them in jail. So I told him, sir, I'm not asking you to directly go and arrest somebody. I'm just asking you to conduct a honest and fair investigation of my complaint. But again, the criminal Mulanur police station SI Prithviraj have been repeating the same statement and was saying that no Satya, just for you I'll arrest these criminals and we'll put them in jail. Then I got to know that he is intentionally making these statements, and I politely conveyed that, sir, if you execute any such arrest against anyone without doing proper investigation, without evidence of their crimes, you will only get arrest warrant and you will only be put in jail for doing such illegal arrest against any such public by violating the law and procedure. For that, in spite of, he got to know that I have strongly conveyed my objection in a very polite way. Again, he went ahead and made the statement that, no Satya, leave the law, leave the rules and procedures. I violate the law and rules and procedures, and just one and only for Satya, I'll go ahead and I'll arrest these criminals and we'll put them in jail. At this point, my mother have got to know what he's trying to do, and then she intervened, and she has also politely conveyed that, sir, we just need honest investigation for our complaint. Let's please talk with a sense of responsibility and humanity. And after that, then he started asking details of my family, and he was asking about the age of me and my sister and marital status of me and my sister and our educational qualification. I have given all these details, and after giving all these details, he specifically asked me from which college you have been graduated from. I said I am Rohtak. He asked where it is. I said Haryana state. Then he said he also stayed in Haryana state. Where in Haryana state? I said Rohtak place. He asked. I never heard about such place. I said it's Rohtak place only. That's why the college name is I am Rohtak. Then he said that let me Google search your let me search in Google about your college. Then he was doing something in his mobile, and then he said that I could not find your college. I think it should be some fake college. Then still I politely replied to him that, sir, people would laugh at you if you say IIM Rohtak or any IIM institution as a fake college, because it's a central government owned premier management institutes of India, and one has to clear a national level tough exam like CAT exam and have to get a top percentage score to even become eligible to appear for interview and selection process for such premier management institute of India. And then again I have again I requested him, sir, can you please get back to the details of my complaint and let's focus on our complaint. Then he asked me, okay, tell me. Then I again rated the 2 points. I just wanted to request on 2 points. One, about the illegal trespassing crime into a river water motorhome and damaging of our river water motor, and illegal trespassing crime into our other farmland properties during our absence. And secondly, as I said to you, for past 4 generations of settlement of my family in the same village, till date today, there is never ever any single instance of land dispute history which happened against any of our village farmland properties. But based on the recent suspicious event, I strongly suspect these 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR number 179 bar 2015, named criminal Balakrishnan and criminal Velusamy alias Nachathal Velusamy and criminal lady Nachathal, in joint coordination with these 3 main criminals of Nachathal murder case, named Sivkumar Velusamy and criminal Pillakal Totam Shanmugam and terrorist Asohan Perisamy, are strongly planning to create a cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties to achieve their property looting motive against any of our targeted village farmland properties. Then he said that, ma'am, if somebody gives me a land dispute complaint, then I can go and investigate on the parties whether they are having a land dispute with each other. But without giving a land dispute complaint from anybody, how come I can just go and ask them if they are having any such land dispute against your village farmland properties? No, I said that, sir, it's just a normal investigation. My suspicion question, which I'm asking you to clear, because normally if anybody is planning to do a property looting motive, it's very normal that it's a usual strategy that they will create such false imaginative land dispute story and they will create forgery documents. That's how everywhere such property looting attempt is happening. So as a first step, as a precautionary measure, I just want to know that if these criminals have created any such imaginative story. I just wanted him to clear suspicion. Then he asked me that, okay, tell me your property value. I said, all our village farmland property together, it's more than 20 crores of value. Then he said that a local police station can investigate any kind of land dispute complaint which is within 50 lakhs of property value, and we will not investigate any land dispute complaint which is more than 15 lakhs of value. Then I immediately replied that, sir, now why are you intentionally manipulating my complaint into a land dispute complaint? Just before few minutes, I have clearly said, for past 4 generations of settlement of my family in the same village, there is never ever any single incidence of land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties, and it's just my suspicion, just at which I want to clear that whether these criminals are planning to create any such imaginative story of land dispute history which will be brought out during the investigation. And just before few minutes, you said that without giving a land dispute complaint, how come you will go and ask somebody if they are saying any such land dispute? But now, why are you manipulating my complaint into a land dispute complaint? When I asked this question, he just leaned back on his chair and he started doing sarcastic laugh against me by directly conveying that whatever I am saying is right, that he's actually manipulating my complaint itself into a land dispute complaint. Then I conveyed that you are doing these kind of manipulation crimes against my family only due to politician support. Then he suddenly raised his voice to high pitch and in a literally shouting tone and threatening tone, he started shouting at me by saying that, hey, why are you connecting me with politicians? I'll register FIR crime against you for connecting me with politicians. It is only at this point I have also lost my patience, and after this much long time of his inappropriate behavior and inappropriate statements against me, then only I have also equally raised my voice to equal high pitch, and I have shouted back at him that if you are threatening me that you will register FIR crime against me just for saying my on the face complaint that you are doing this manipulation crimes against my family due to politician support, then for this much long time of your inappropriate behavior and inappropriate statement, first I have to register the FIR crime against you. Then he stayed back silent. Then I went ahead and said that irrespective of whatever crimes you are doing, I will 100% get international arrest warrant for all involved criminal Mulanur police station officers and all other co-accused parties, whoever is getting involved in creating this cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history in helping the criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder attempt criminals of CSR in achieving their property looting motive against my family. So that's it. After saying this, I have taken back my complaint petition and I have left the place with my mother. So this is what the incident have happened on the day of 16th October 2024. Now, after this, when those of my 7 complaints have come to the queue of Criminal Mulanur Police Station Sub-Inspector Prithvi Raj for investigation, what he should have done as per the normal rules and procedure, having such a sensitive incident happened between between him and a female petitioner. First of all, he should have reported the incident to his senior officer, which is Mulanur Police Station Lady Inspector Madam, and he should have told that ma'am, so-and-so incident happened between me and the women petitioner Satya. Can you please call her once and investigate it on your behalf before deciding on whether I should take forward her complaints for investigation. If he has told that, the Mulanur Police Station Inspector Madam should have called me for investigation of that incident. Now, I'm making it very clear to the country leaders that I'm not expecting by default that the Mulanur Police Station Lady Inspector should support me in this crime. No, that is not my expectation. I'm asking, let her do independent investigation of the by analyzing the statements made by criminal S.A. Prithviraj, whether it is appropriate, whether such repeated inappropriate statements is okay to make for a male petition officer when the female petitioner have clearly conveyed that she is not okay with such statements. Let her do independent investigation and let her decide. I am not interfering in that. But the Mulanur Police Station Lady Inspector should have done that investigation, and after that, irrespective of whatever decision she is taking, since I am the owner of my 7 complaints, she should have asked me, are you okay with proceeding the investigation of your 7 complaints with the criminal SI, with the SI Prithviraj, or do you want to assign any other police officer? Then I would have politely conveyed that I am not okay with criminal SI Prithviraj proceeding the investigation of my complaints and I want some other officer, because my previous complaints have been conducted in the investigation have been conducted by some other officers like Raju sir and some other officer. Anybody can conduct. So this scenario did not happen. So let's assume that the criminal Mulanur Police Station SI Prithviraj is going to say like, my senior authority, which is Mulanur Police Station Lady Inspector, is not available. She is on leave and she was not reachable. She is not contactable. So on so reasons. Let's say that she is on leave and she was not able to contact. Now, what is the next step he should have done as per the proper rules and procedure? When the 7 complaints came to his queue for investigation of the complaints, as per investigation rules and procedure, he should have called the petitioner for investigation. He should have called the petitioner of the complaint as the first step to initiate the investigation. Why did he make a call to me? What is the problem? Why did he make the call to the petitioner of the complaint for investigation? So, given the fact that so-and-so incident have happened, and on top of that, neither the criminal Mulanur Police Station S.A. Prithviraj have reported the incident to his senior police officer, which is Lady Inspector, nor he have followed the usual investigation procedure of calling the petitioner of investigation to conduct the complaints, and with clearly knowing that I have on his face expressed my strong objection of his inappropriate behavior and inappropriate statements made against me as the reason for taking back my complaint petition from him, instead of knowing that, clearly knowing that I am not okay with him conducting the investigation, he has still went ahead in closing all my complaints without calling me for investigation and without my knowledge and consent, and on top of all these crimes, he have went ahead and have done a second high sensitive crime of cruelly, wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all his investigation comments without even calling me for investigation. Still now, it is not yet confirmed that criminal Mulanur Police Station S.A. Prithviraj have done this crime, but given the scenario, my suspicion is on this criminal S.A. Prithviraj only. If it turns out that the criminal Mulanur Police Station S.A. Prithviraj have done this crime, then it becomes a still very high sensitive crime of his revengeful and second-time harassment crime which he has done against me for the one and only reason that I have spoken up for my dignity and justice, and just because I did not tolerate his harassment behavior and harassment statements. So, instead instead of clearly knowing that this is a very much straightforward crime of cruelly wrongly framing the petitioner of the complaint as a mentally disturbed person in all investigation comments without even calling the petitioner for investigation. Why I am standing here today addressing a detailed video message pleading for the voice of support from the country leaders, from the addressed country leaders and UN Human Rights and UN Security Council. It's mainly because of the statements made by the Mulanur police station lady inspector to me and my sister. Because when myself and my sister have went to register the complaint to Mulanur police station lady inspector madam, before even issuing the complaint registration copy, the Mulanur police station lady inspector madam have conveyed 3 points to me and my sister. First of all, she said that she is not supposed to give a complaint registration copy for the complaint against her own police station officers. It's just a logical question that if, as a station inspector, if she is not supposed to even give the complaint registration copy against the complaint for the complaint against her own police station officers, then who have to take action for any such crimes or complaints that is given against the police station? Isn't it the basic and first responsibility of the local police station inspector to first have a good control over her police station, to have a good control over her police station officers, to first make sure that their police station officers are acting as per law and procedure, are acting appropriately with the petitioners, be it male or female petitioners, before they take action for the crimes against the public. First, they have to stand as an example for the public and for the law and procedures to act as a proper officers. If she is not even ready to give complaint registration copy against the complaint for the complaint against her own police station officers, it means she is directly conveying that she will not take any action. She is strongly defending the crime of her police station officer. She will not take any action against her police station officers. And second point, what she has conveyed is that even if she takes action, maximum she can only give a warning message to her police station officer, and nothing beyond that she can do about it. And thirdly, she mentioned that if at all she finds that the involved Mulanur police station officer is giving a justified reason for cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all his investigation comments without even calling me for investigation, if at all the Mulanur police station lady inspector finds that the involved officer is giving a justified reason for this crime, then she will not even take any action against the involved criminal Mulanur police station officer. And only because she made all these statements, I am standing here today addressing a video message to all country leaders, pleading for your voice of support to get justice for this very much straightforward crime of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person in all investigation comments without even calling me for investigation. Because it's a very high sensitive statement. I am the voice of justice for my family. I am only going to appear as a petitioner in the Madras High Court and be it any court hearings if the situation goes beyond control, and if this is going to have a very high impact in executing their property looting attempt and in doing any kind of crimes against my family. And then mainly they want to suppress the voice of justice of my family, which is me, who is going to appear as petitioner in the Madras High Court or in any other court. And that's why they have intentionally done this crime. And as the addressed country leaders can just once analyze for yourself, do you really think that any such local police station officer would take such a high risk of directly cruelly wrongly framing a female petitioner as mentally disturbed person without even calling her for investigation in their investigation comments? They will not do this high sensitive crime unless some powerful ruling politicians have given strong support and encouraged the criminals like criminal Mulanur police station sub-inspector Prithviraj to proceed ahead with this crime, and they should have given him strong support and encouragement, stating that you proceed ahead with this crime, I will make sure that no action will be taken against you. And that is what they have ensured it by making the Mulanur his senior officer, by making the Mulanur police station lady inspector to directly convey on her face that she is not going to take any action, even if she gets to know that her police station officer have done this crime. So, as per the promise made by the politicians, they have ensured that no action will be taken against the criminal Mulanur police station SI Prithviraj. And if it turns out that the criminal Mulanur police station SI Prithviraj have done this crime, as all countries know, it's no local police station officer, after clearly knowing that a women petitioner have directly objected his inappropriate behavior and inappropriate statements, and because of his inappropriate statements, she has objected to proceed with the investigation with that particular police station officer, and she has taken back her complaint petition in her hand, and the incident have ended in a bad way. After that incident, no local police station officer will still go ahead in directly, cruelly, wrongly framing the same woman victim petitioner as mentally disturbed person in all his investigation comments without even calling the petitioner for investigation, because it's a direct violation of the investigation. On top of it, he made such a very sensitive statement. No local police station officer would take such a high risk of doing a second time harassment crime against the same woman victim petitioner unless he is given a very, very strong political support by some very powerful politicians like Narendra Modi, who should have ensured him that you proceed ahead with this crime in doing the second time revengeful harassment crime against Satya, and I will make sure that no action will be taken against you. And that's what he has, as per his promise, he has made the Mulanur police station lady inspector to make on the face statement to me and my sister that she will not take any action against criminal Mulanur police station against the involved Mulanur police station officer. And that's why I'm standing here today in front of the addressed country leaders and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights, pleading for your voice of support for justice, to get justice for this crime, where the one and only proper action is the FIR crime registration against the involved unknown Mulanur police station officer, be it criminal Mulanur police station SI Prithviraj or any other police station officer. All I am reiterating the point is that this is a very much straightforward crime which does not have any space for giving any kind of justification reason from the involved criminal Mulanur police station officer. And I am reiterating the second point, that the one and only main motive behind this crime is to suppress my voice for justice during the Madras High Court case hearing by planning to project the petitioner Satya Kadirela's mentally disturbed person during the Madras High Court case hearing to achieve their very motive of converting this cruel, false and secretly created, cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history by both criminal Mulanur police and criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and involved Tirupur district police department officers into a true story by using the Madras High Court judge in his judgment order and by parallelly projecting me like a mentally disturbed person during the Madras High Court case hearing. So, having said that, so this part of the details I will complete. I'll again cover in a separate detailed video message where I have to go one by one. But just I want to highlight one particular point. As I said to the country leaders that the criminal Mulanur police and criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and other involved Tirupur police department officers are planning to cruelly manipulate the previous police investigation records of 2010 water drainage ditch creation issue police record and 2015 murder attempt CSR 179/2015 police record and Nachathal murder case police record. One of the strong evidence is that before I sent this 21st October email, a sensitive email petition, before that, when I have registered the same complaint of suspected creation of cruel, false and imaginative story of land dispute history by planning to manipulate the police record of 2010 water drainage ditch creation issue, this particular complaint have been directly dismissed by the President Secretary or whoever authorities who have made the comments as no action required and constitutional language, so it may be filed. Same way for another police record, which is 2015 police record, when I have made the complaint that they are planning to manipulate the 2015 in the complaint 2015 this is 2010 and this is this one. They are planning to manipulate the 2015 murder attempt CSR record by planning to create a cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history in this police record. Again, this complaint have been directly dismissed by stating no action record and constitutional language, so it may be filed. I have used the same language in all my complaints where I have addressed as criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, criminal Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and criminal India's Home Minister Amit Shah in all my complaints. But my other complaints have been forwarded to Mulanur Police Station for investigation and I have been contacted by Mulanur Police and Tirupur SP office authorities for my other complaints. But only for these two complaints of manipulation of the 2010 water drainage ditch creation issue police record and my complaint about the suspected manipulation of 2015 murder attempt CSR police record, these two complaints have been directly illegally dismissed by stating no action required and constitutional language. Similarly, the two targeted farmland properties for property looting, which is Pulakadu Totam and Chiriyan and Totem, those complaints have also been dismissed with the same comments. Now, this same complaints, when I have, so it has not even been forwarded to Mulanur police station or any other authorities for investigation. Now, the same complaints, when I have again given in these three representation, now what they have done, they started wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person. Because the criminal Mulanur police and criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team and Tirupur district police department officer are still with the plan to create a cruel, false and completely imaginative story of land dispute history by cruelly manipulating the previous police investigation records. That's why they are repeatedly directly dismissing my complaints without calling me for investigation, and now they have come to the very extreme extent and desperate effort of directly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person, because they want to proceed ahead with this cruel, false and completely imaginative story creation of land dispute history against any of our village farmland properties. So having said that, the last part of my video, which is the strong evidence details to prove that Dharapuram DSP sir is already influenced by criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to strongly defend and to support the crime of the involved Mulanur police station officer. So I have already sent the email with the details that when myself and my sister were inside Tirupur SP office, exactly at that time my sister have got phone call from another district SP office saying that suddenly she got a 2.5 year back old email petition of my mother being forwarded from the Honorable Prime Minister Office of India for investigation. And after a couple of days, when I made a phone call to Dharapuram DSP office about the status of my complaint forwarded from Tirupur SP, again on the same day in the evening time, I got phone call from another district DSP office who said that he have got forwarded, he have got a 2.5 year old back email petition of my mother about Nachathal murder case that has been forwarded from the Prime Minister Office of India for investigation. Now, my main logical question is that how come repeatedly, how come there can be very much perfect accidental coincidence of my sister getting a phone call from another district SP office when we are inside Tirupur SP office while submitting this complaint, and when and my sister have got another district DSP office when I made a follow-up phone call to Dharapuram DSP. And the main crux is that the complaint is not a recently filed complaint. The main crux is that the complaint is a more than 2.5 year old email petition which has got the attention of Prime Minister Office of India suddenly, and they have forwarded the complaint for investigation to my family exactly when we were inside Tirupur SP office, and then we made phone call to Dharapuram DSP office. Among all country leaders, it's mainly the Honorable President of China who clearly knows about this filthy show-off, repeated show-off attitude of this filthy, world's most filthy woman sexual crime accused named terrorist Ashokan Perisamy. He can even live without food and water, but this world's most filthy woman sexual criminal named terrorist Ashokan Perisamy, who is otherwise called as roadside shit, he cannot live without showing off the direct support of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in doing all any extreme crimes against my family along with the other politicians. And that's why specifically I have the recorded phone call evidence which I will submit to all world country leaders in my next video, where the another district SP office authority have clearly told that the 2.5 year back old email petition have been suddenly forwarded from the Prime Minister Office of India. And when it got forwarded, when we were inside the Tirupur SP office, we got this phone call. And when I made Dharapuram DSP a phone call, we again got phone call from another DSP. These are all like sarcastic open show of evidences by the roadside shit named terrorist Ashokan Perisamy to show off the direct support from criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in doing any extreme crimes against my family, starting from the e-way company illegal job termination till this point of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person to achieve their end motive of property looting attempt against their family. It's not any other intermediary level politician. It's the direct country leader, the criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi's strong support for the never-ending high-sensitive crimes of criminals of Nachathal murder case done against my family. So with this, So with this, I end my message to the Honorable President of Russia, to the Honorable President of China and Russia and Russian Defense, and the Honorable Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan, North Korea President, and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights, that whatever have been happening to my family, whatever the cruel recent sensitive crime which has been done against me, cruelly, wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person, it is all done with the one and only end motive to achieve the property looting motive of these criminals of Nachathal murder case and the 2015 murder and criminals of CSR against any of our targeted village farmland properties. And their main targeted village farmland properties is our village farmland named Pulakadu Totam and Chinyanam Totam, where these two farmlands are present near Mahamuni temple. And why? Because I am saying these two farmlands because I have already a long list of evidence crimes of illegal trespassing and other evidences to prove the direct involvement of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in doing property looting attempt against these two village farmland properties. And in fact, after I filed the complaint against the involved Mulanur police station officer cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person, the criminals have thrown away broken glass pieces in front of our village farmland at Pulakadu Totam, for which also I have registered complaint, and for Chinyanam Totam I have registered a couple of series of evidences to prove the direct involvement of criminal India's Prime Minister in the property looting attempt. So all the end request I place to the Honorable President of China and Russia and Russian Defense and all Islamic country leaders and North Korea President and UN Security Council and UN Human Rights. Sir, please don't leave my hand, because it's going to be, it now have come to a very extreme extent of cruelly wrongly framing me as mentally disturbed person without even calling me for action, which knows the very desperate effort of these criminals of Nachathal murder case in achieving their property looting motive against any of our targeted village farmland properties. As I will never ever allow such incident to happen, but it's just my humble request to the Honorable President of China and all addressed country leaders, please do not leave my hand. Please give your strong voice of support to get justice for this crime and in stopping the property looting attempt of these criminals of Nachathal murder case against any of our targeted village farmland properties. Thank you.